Hello, everybody. It is Monday, October 10th, and it's time for another episode of Mark's Monday Minutes in Portland Real Estate. I've got three takeaways for you today. First of all, the classics are cool. Second, don't wait to buy real estate. Buy it, then wait. And third, buyers, you have an opportunity right now, literally this month. I'm seeing it. You'll hear more at the end. Okay. Now, last night we went out, saw a band, one of the classics, one of my favorites. One thing I have known about rock and roll over all the years is it has its ups, it has its downs, it follows the trends. Some stick around, some fade. Disco, techno, mods, punk, smooth jazz. And yet there are always those giants who just remain constant. Now, my daughter and I might disagree about the relative staying power of Arctic Monkeys versus the Scorpions, but that's for another video. Last night, the concert reminded me of real estate and the various trends I've seen in real estate over my 16 years in doing this and thinking about in the past with my parents buying and selling homes. Daylight ranches versus split levels. Jacuzzi tubs versus walk-in showers. What I've realized is constant through the long term is appreciation for property owners. Once again, don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and then wait for your growth and appreciation. If you are renting, you are losing 100% of your money, guaranteed. And in fact, you're almost guaranteed to lose another 10% each year going forward in Oregon because of the changes to our landlord-tenant laws. That's just going to happen, folks, like it or not. As a seller, your mortgage is fixed this week at about 6.5%. It's fixed for 30 years. Plus, you gain value on that entire market value of that property. Buy smart, and your investment will grow over time. Now, let's run through the numbers. Okay, for the week of October 10th, our number of active listings is remaining constant for 5 weeks going. That's right. We are sitting at 4,384 listings as of this morning, and we've been in the 4,300s for at least 5 weeks running. 4,335, 4,370, 4,333, 4,361, and now 4,384. What's interesting is the number of new listings has dropped for the last 3 weeks. We were up in the 620, 630 range. We're now down to 537. What does this mean? This is normal. This is seasonal. As we get towards the end of the year, the number of listings, new listings, starts to decline. Now, if we're having fewer new homes come on the market, why is the number constant? That's because of the number of homes that are coming back on the market. They've either failed an inspection or a buyer got cold feet, and those homes are returning to market and help sustain that constant number of listings on the market. 4,300 plus or minus. Now, the number of sold homes slightly ticked down, but has been holding right around 400. We're at 377 this week, and we had 468 homes go pending this week, which was a slight uptick for the last week, but below the 500 for the couple weeks before that. Now, number of price adjustments. We'll get to this at the end. The percentage of price adjustments in Portland just ticked up for 2 weeks in a row, at 32%, 32.3 to 32.4%. Before then, the 3 weeks, we were at 31%. So we've gone up 1%. Nationwide, we're at 42%. We'll touch on that at the end of the analysis. But giving us, again, 32% of homes, just under a third of homes have had a price adjustment, likely because of these homes that have come back to market because of a failed inspection or buyers got cold feet. Whatever the reason, the home has come back to the market, and now the seller wisely is saying, I need to do something to get another buyer back in the door because I don't have a backup offer. And a price adjustment is the most logical and most widely accepted next step. Now, for the number of 4-car garage homes, we're sitting constant at 125 homes with a 4-car garage or larger, of which 40 of these, 40, are under $1 million. These are the affordable garage homes, as I like to call them. 9 new homes in the last week for the market. 10 have gone pending. 5 have sold. Of those 5, 3 are under $1 million. The total number of car garage homes sold in last month? 26, of which 12 are again under $1 million. Okay, if you're looking for a home with a 4-car garage that is affordable, under $1 million, you've got a good opportunity right now. There's actually a decent number of them out there. Talk to me about that. That's what I can do. I can help you find them. Now, I'm going to call it. The real estate market in Portland has finally flatlined. This is wonderful news and good for both buyers and sellers. Last week we talked about there was a struggle between the buyers and the sellers. The sellers had their hands firmly on the wheel, but the buyers had their feet on the pedals. This is good. This is normal for this time of year. It's normal for what we saw pre-COVID. COVID kind of screwed up a lot of things. I think we'll all agree. Now, we are sitting at 2 months, or for the last 2 weeks, we have sat at 2.4 months of inventory. I forgot to run through that number, but we are sitting at the current rate of sales of having 2.4 months of inventory. Traditionally, 3 to 6 months of inventory is considered a neutral market. I think we're there. This is good. Now, realistic sellers are still selling quickly. These homes are still selling in under a week. These are sellers who are pricing their home what we call ahead of the market. They're looking and listening to changes in the market and pricing right on target. Unrealistic sellers are not, and they're having price adjustments, or they're just sitting on the market. I saw one house earlier this week. It was initially listed at $989,000. It's currently down to $698,000 after only 67 days on market. Talk about unrealistic, unfortunately. The fact is that regular sellers don't have to sell right now, and they're not. So the only sellers who are selling now are because of those life circumstances, death, divorce, relocation for business or personal. These are the sellers who have to sell. And these are the sellers who are going to feel pressure of end of season reductions, competition, and a slowdown. Remember, those buyers just put both feet firmly on the brake pedal back at the start of September and slowed everything down. This is normal. Now, we talked about price reductions. I'll hit that real quick. At the national level, we're seeing about 42%. We just crested 42% of homes with a price reduction. Now, Portland, we're sitting at 32%, so 10% under that in the last 45 days. Now, we expect this to happen as sales fail and at this time of the season. Now, for historical purposes, back in 2015, 16, and 17, each of those years, we hit a consistent peak at 34% of homes that had a price reduction. That was the peak at the same time of year each of those years. In 2018 and 2019, this ticked up a bit to 37%. Then in 2020 and 2021, it plummeted. It dropped from 37% down to 24%. Again, the average had been 34%, ticked up to 37%, and then plummeted down to 24%. Now in 22, the fact that we've rebounded and come up to 42%, it's like a pendulum, folks. It has just swung one direction and now it's come the other way. It will come back to settle. When will this happen? In 23, the start of 24, there's bigger factors at play that I can't understand, but that's what I'm hearing. This is an opportunity for buyers. If you're seeing an overwhelming, for comparison, a historically higher set of price reductions, now's an opportunity to buy real estate and hold it. Okay? I put 2 buyers in contract in the last 2 weeks. These buyers had bought at or below asking price, and they're happy. This is good. We're not dealing with multiple offers. We're not having to deal with panic. They're going in reasonable, rational offers, and we're getting sellers to understand, yeah, this is the best horse to ride, if you will, the horse analogy. All right, this is a normal time for prices to have adjustment. For inventory levels will start to drop. So as buyers, this is your chance. The inventories will not get any bigger for the rest of this year. We're going to start next year at, once again, a historic average under our lowest level where we, last week, telling you we expect to start 23 at levels of 42 to 43% below where we were just 2 years ago. So it's going to just nothing to sell. Now's an opportunity, buyers. Look at what's there. Take advantage of it. Even at 6%, it's better than losing 100% as you would as a renter. All right, that's it this week. Have a wonderful week. And yeah, this is kind of creepy. Han, I guess he's already chilling out, ready for winter. Have a great week, folks. We'll talk to you next week.